All right, what's going on, guys? Today I am micless. Left my mic, so I'm winging it, but we'll get through it. I had a topic today that I really wanted to touch on because I feel like a lot of people overlook it and or don't understand it when it comes to weight loss, and that is metabolism. Because essentially, weight loss is centered around metabolism. Your metabolism is the center of whether you will gain or lose weight or maintain, dependent on your energy expenditure as well as your energy intake. But we're going to focus on expenditure today, how many calories you burn on a daily basis. So, when people say metabolism, what they're commonly referring to is their BMR. What is BMR? Your BMR is your basal metabolic rate, which simply is how many calories your body needs to function, to do what it normally does: breathe, pump blood, grow hair and nails, anything, any function that your body needs to do on a daily basis, it needs a certain amount of calories to do so. And that amount of calories is your BMR. So, and that can vary depending on the individual. No one person has the exact same BMR because your BMR is determined by several factors. The main two being your body weight and your body composition, which is your fat to muscle ratio. If you have more muscle, you have a higher BMR than if you have more fat, because muscle needs more calories to do what they do. Muscles burn more calories than fat. So two individuals can be the exact same weight, but the individual who has more muscle mass will have a higher BMR because muscle needs more calories. That's why working out, resistance training can improve your metabolism because you gain muscle. And by gaining muscle, you will burn more calories on a daily basis. So, your BMR. The easiest way to calculate what your BMR is an online calculator. Now, these calculators will not be precise for the most part because the majority of them do not take into account the body composition aspect of it. Most of them take in your age, gender, and your body weight to give you a calculation or an estimate of your BMR. In my experience, I've found these estimates to be fairly accurate enough to work with. So, in my personal opinion, they are a good beginner tool to kind of, if you have no idea where to start, using this tool can be a good start to know how many calories you burn on a daily basis. Because if you're trying to lose weight, you need to know that. Because if you don't know how many calories you burn, then you don't know how many calories you need to intake. So, the online calorie calculators can be very helpful for beginners especially. Me, for example, my BMR, my basal metabolic rate, which is the amount of calories my body needs to do just to function, just to do its daily activity, is around 1800 to 1850 calories. And that is taking into account my body fat percentage. 1800 to 1850. So, what does that mean? That means if I eat less than 1850 calories in a day, I will automatically lose weight. And that's not taking into account how many calories I burn through movement, exercise, which for me is typically another 6,000 calories or so burned through movement. Because walking, working out, doing anything of that nature burns calories outside of your BMR. So you have to add that into your BMR when you're doing your calculations for how many calories you want to intake. So metabolism, your BMR. So now we've covered two different parts. Your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, with the amount of calories your body burns doing its daily functions. And then we have your daily activity that you do, which is probably the biggest variant amongst individuals, because this can vary a lot. From someone who's sedentary, they may only get 5,000 steps a day, to someone who gets 20,000 steps a day, and not including weight resistance training. So this can vary a lot. But I will say, for everyone, just about everyone other than endurance athletes, the majority of your calories that you burn will be through your BMR. And then there's also another part of this metabolic process, or your calorie expenditure, and that is called the thermic effect of food, which that is essentially the calories your body needs to absorb the food that you eat. And that's usually about 10% of your total calories that you eat. So the BMR, like I was saying before, is the basis to all of this stuff. So you have to take your BMR and you have to add on your daily activities that you do. And you also have to add on the thermic effect of food, which for most people you can say 10% of your calories that you eat. So with all that said, these three things encompass what your daily expenditure is. If you want to lose weight, or if you want to gain weight, like I said before, you need to know what your daily expenditure is. Because if you don't know this, then you will not be able to properly calculate how many calories you need to eat. Which we all know that to lose weight, you need to eat less calories than you burn. And to gain weight, you need to eat more calories than you burn. Scientifically, it is that simple. But to be able to do that, you have to understand the parts that make up that equation. And your BMR is essential to understand. And also, how many calories you burn in a day is essential to understand. Because you need to know how many calories you're burning if you're going to eat in a deficit. So that's why, for anyone that I work with, or anyone that I'm just chatting with, conversating with, I recommend them to know exactly how many calories they are burning on a daily basis. And that does change from day to day. So it's not the exact same every day, but you can take 7 measurements for a week, average it out, and that can be roughly how many calories you burn a day. And I believe that's a great place to start. If you have no idea where to start for a weight loss journey, understanding your BMR and understanding how many calories you are burning in a day through your BMR, your thermic effect of food, and also your calories burned through activity. Those three parts make up your metabolism. So understanding where you are in regards to those three things will really help create a foundation for your weight loss journey. And yep, that's it for today, guys. I just wanted to touch on that because I really believe metabolism is crucial to a weight loss program. And if you can understand that and apply it, everything else will fall into place. All right, see ya.